What's up, guys, and welcome to Space. Today we're going to be reviewing set number 40580, the Blacktron Cruiser from the Space Systems line. This set is 18 years and up and is 356 pieces and is currently available on LEGO Shop at Home and at LEGO stores as a gift with purchase from January 1st to January 14th as supplies last. You guys can tell this is a new 2023 set, however, it is a rendition of one of the older classic Space Systems LEGO sets of set number 6894, the Blacktron Cruiser, which was originally released in 1987. So for starters, I absolutely love the box. I think it looks just like the classic space sets used to look back in the 80s, and it just looks incredible. You know, you can tell it's a newer box, you can tell it's from 2023 here, but they did a really great job at just preserving the classic feel of it and how it looks. And as you guys can see on the back of the box here, there's a bunch of different images of this set and a couple of the different play features as well. LEGO really put in a lot of work to make this box and to make this set have a lot of play features, even though it's just a gift with purchase and it wasn't even a set you could purchase. So very excited to open this one up here. I love that they actually use tape instead of the thumb tabs. I absolutely hate when LEGO uses the thumb tabs. And open it up here and we can pull out all the parts. We've got a sticker sheet as well as the instruction manual. The instruction manual is in the new LEGO white color because they found when they're adding the new paper bags into some LEGO sets that the black was rubbing off on the bag and not looking very aesthetic. So the instruction manuals are launching this night in this new white color, which doesn't even have the set on the front of it, except it has like an outline of the set, not an actual picture of itself, which is really cool. So it looks like it's got 3 different bags here, bags 1, 2, and 3. Each one has a couple different one has 3, 2 has 3, and then 3 has 2, which is kind of ironic. So guys, this is what the final Blacktron Cruiser model looks like once it's built. It is about 11.5 inches long and about 9 inches wide from the 2 farthest points end to end, and it's only about 2 inches tall. One thing I really love about the model is that it is really a return of the 1980 set number 6894, and it actually contains all of the same functionality with just improved building conditions. The model itself here has a decent number of play features, especially given that it is a gift with purchase. So for starters, there are the laser guns right on the front of the model. There are 2 here. They are in the transparent red, which look really cool. They align nicely with the model itself. And these lasers are honestly a little bit frightening. If these were coming towards me in the galaxy, I'd want to fly the other direction. Then right here we've got the cockpit, which is actually the classic yellow, which looks really good. You can open it up here and see on the inside of the model. At the front here we have a storage tank for the detector, obviously, that the Blacktron space astronaut would use. Over here we've actually got a control panel, which I don't know if you guys can see very well, but it's actually an outline of the Galaxy Explorer set that we received last year in 2020, which is a fun little Easter egg there. The cockpit has enough room for the minifigure to sit in it with his space tank still on, which is important. And of course he's got some other visors and just a little bit of more detail there to make it look really cool. Unfortunately, you guys will notice that there are a lot of what look to be printed parts in this set. However, unfortunately, they are all stickered parts, which is a little disappointing to me, including the cockpit and everything. You know, LEGO did printed parts back in the 80s when this set was originally released, and I would have hoped they would have continued with the printed parts in this set, but unfortunately, literally everything you see here is stickers. Moving on from the front of the model here, the whole build is actually pretty modular style. So we've got the main area, the spaceship here, the cockpit and everywhere. And then here in the middle, we've actually got a cargo pod. And then here, we've actually got the back part of the ship. So taking a look at the cargo pod, it actually opens up here in 3 different ways. So it's got 3 different doors on each side. Kind of looks like a little flower or something like that, a turkey when you open it up. On the inside here, you guys will be able to find some tools. We've got like a wrench and a hammer and stuff like that. And it's also got room for a black box with the sticker actually being upside down, and that was the LEGO's fault in the instruction manual. I just followed it and then I realized afterwards, hey, it is upside down. But the black box contains a couple little tile pieces here. I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be, but they go in there and then they fit back in here quite nicely. The cargo pod then folds up again quite nicely and you can put everything back and it attaches to the spaceship. Of course, we've also got the back here, and if you decide you position your model, you can move the back thrusters kind of however you want. They've got the transparent red, which looks really cool. Makes the whole spaceship look really daunting, and then no other of the back parts move. On the side here, it also does have the wings, which also can move as well. You can either push them in on the inside like that, or you can have them spread out kind of however you want them. The LEGO box shows a couple different ways that they do it, and it's really totally up to you. As I mentioned as well, the whole build is modular, so the cargo pod actually detaches from the rest of the spaceship from both the front and the back, so you could easily, leave that on space and just actually attached the rest of the model here. I almost prefer the build with the cargo pod detached. I think it looks just a little bit shorter, and you know, it takes off 3 or 4 inches there, and it just looks more like a classic spaceship, I think. So it's really up to you however you want to display this model. You could either do it with just the spaceship here, or you can also include the cargo pod as well. Another thing you could do to really show how modular it is remove the back part altogether and actually remove just this back tail piece, leaving the rudders and everything right here, and then just attaching this to the back of the spaceship here. So really, however you want to display it is completely up to you. Very, very versatile and very modular. Taking a look at the minifigures here, I would say we have 1 minifigure, but it is counted as 2, so I would say 1.5. We've got the actual spaceman himself here, the original baddie, as LEGO likes to call it, the Blacktron Rogue, as well as his trusty robot sidekick. Taking a look at the Blacktron Rogue here, this one's a really cool figure. It relatively remains unchanged from the 1987 version. It's got a black helmet with a solid black visor here, which is really cool, and then on the inside it's got the smiling classic, you know, spaceman head, which is really cool. The torso itself is also very, very similar, with the white popping really against the black. Many LEGO fans really were proud of how similar this design was. Just like the classic 80s spaceman torso, like the design is unchanged from back in the day. On the back here, he does have the space pack as well, which is the classic black one, and this is where the only difference in this set actually really comes in with this minifigure, and that is the fact that under the spaceman pack, it is actually got back printing. So the original minifigure from the 80s did not have back printing because LEGO didn't really do that back then, and they added back printing in this one. Some LEGO fans online I saw were a little displeased with this because they wish it would have been staved to be just like the original with no back printing. However, LEGO's figures have really evolved since the 80s, so to me it makes sense that they would include the back printing. We've also got the trusty robot sidekick, of course, which is very, very different from the 1980s model, mainly because the pieces that were used in that model actually retired back in 2002, so we had to use some new, more modern pieces. But overall, you know, it does look like a robot. You can tell exactly what it is. It's got some really great angles, and it's a great sidekick for the LEGO minifigure. Alright, you guys, thank you for checking out today's review of set number 40580, the Blacktron Cruiser from the Space Systems line. I'm a huge fan of this set. I think LEGO did an incredible job, and I absolutely love that it was a gift with purchase. Honestly, even if LEGO didn't make this a gift with purchase, this would have been a set I would have picked up and purchased. I love that LEGO's kind of revitalizing some of the 1980s classic space sets, and I think they're taking note that LEGO fans and AFOLs love it as well, because these sets are flying off the shelves, and I knew this was a gift with purchase that I could not miss. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. Stay tuned because I've got lots more LEGO videos coming soon, and don't forget to check out all the other content I've made from the January 2023 release season. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.